Hello, good morning, and welcome to another reading week. Let's hope this is a better reading week than last week, a little bit more like the weeks before. I have big reading plans still for September. I still look at 3, 5, 6, 7 books that are in my TBR shelf, and I have these 3 that I want to finish, and I think there were a few ebooks as well. Before I get back into reading, and first today I do have to do some work as well. Work is always the priority here, and I have an appointment with a doctor with my son later, and we actually have to try and reach our doctor because in my son's school one of the girls was tested positively, and there's this girl was in direct contact with one of my son's best friends, and he's in quarantine right now, so potentially my son needs to get tested and into quarantine. Yay for that, because that means just like that I'm gonna be in quarantine as well, which I would not like. Anywho, before we get into this, we have 2 packages that came today. One is the Owlcrate and the other is the Wildest Dreams Box. Let's open the Wildest Dreams Box first. The Wildest Dreams Box ships from the UK and is one of the cheaper book subscription boxes. I think I'm paying 25 euros per month, including shipping. But there's what they always give us is some tea, something for pampering myself, like bath salts or soap or something like that, and a paperback. And usually the paperbacks are a little bit more trying to be diverse picks, which I love. What I really love about them is that they always give loose tea, and this is Rise from the Ashes. It's a decadent black tea. And this is by Rosie Lee Tea, inspired by the book The Poet X. And then we have a cookie. Look at this cookie. This looks like just made for me. By that I mean it just looks handmade. It looks delicious. Amplifying Black Voices cookie, designed by the wonderful M&H Cake Company. They have brought to life a gorgeous circular orange and pink marbled Amplifying Black Voices biscuit. Looks amazing. Then we have Martin Luther King bookmark. This stunning Martin Luther King inspired bookmark comes from Amanthus Stationery, made from 100% recycled stock. If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. And there's a 10% off code if you want to shop at this stationery shop. And then we have a notebook with a quote from The Hate You Give. And if you haven't guessed yet, the topic of the month is amplifying Black voices. As I said, hey, they're trying to do diverse read. And now the book, The Black Kids by Christina Hemmings Reid. That is a gorgeous cover. I love this cover. Oh my gosh, I love this cover. An unforgettable and unflinching exploration of race, class, and the importance of being true to yourself. Los Angeles, 1992. Ooh, that's actually like my time. Perfect for fans of The Hate You Give, this unforgettable coming-of-age debut novel is a unflinching exploration of race, class, and violence, as well as the importance of being true to yourself. With her world splintering around her, Ashley, along with the rest of LA, is left to question who is the us and who is the them. Oh, I'm getting chills. Oh my god. Why am I having goosebumps? I don't know. There's no reason. That was a good box. Yay! Now let's see if the Owlcrate can match this. Oh, we have a blanket. I love blankets when they're as fluffy as this one. I actually think that I will potentially put this into the box that I'm creating for Kim right now. I'm having so much trouble picking the right things for her, but I think this might be something for her. She's a lovely girl who wears all black. She has very little, like she doesn't want any decoration, anything like this. So I think that this might actually be something for her. So we have A Glorious Haunting because, well, we're entering that time of the year. Michelle Gray designed this flannel blanket featuring the full text of Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven to be perfect cozy companion to have upon a midnight dreary. Now we're just wondering how to track blankets on Goodreads. No, we're not. Okay, what else? We have a candle, the Black Flame candle. That was my son. Yes, he screams like a little girl when he's losing at a game or something. Essence of vanilla and bourbon. This might be good. Yeah, I'm liking it. Oh my gosh, that is awesome. I think that is something that I could potentially gift her to. She might appreciate it. Skull spoons. Oh my gosh, this is so much fun. Skull spoons. It's inspired by the bone houses. I've read this a couple of weeks ago and I can see, well, I mean, honestly, skull spoons can be inspired by so many different books. I don't see how this is directly. It's just because there's skeletons in the bone houses. Sleepy Hollow Owlcrate exclusive pumpkin spice flavor vegan lip balm. Usually these lip balms, you don't know if somebody made them, if it's like a handmade item from a small company, which I would support and love, or if it is a cheap item from Asia with just branding on it, because you can get this type of product in the promotional item industry for very, very cheap money, and they just put whatever design you want on it. And I don't want like very cheap lip balm from Asia. You don't know what's inside. The pumpkin spice scent is very faint, so if you are a lover of pumpkin spice, this is actually probably not strong enough for you. Oh, this might be something for me. Let's see. Labels and Spells designed the Death Before DNF enamel bookmark. It's perfect for marking your place in your seasonally spooky reads. I think it's supposed to work like this. Yeah, I don't think I like how big this is. This is new. I hate it. So in the past, the Owlcrate exclusive editions were inside of a plastic wrapping. Then they mentioned that they stopped the plastic wrapping and now they're doing it again, but the plastic wrapping is not a bag that I can open and close, and sometimes the customs opens it and then I couldn't close it anymore. Also, I like to take it out, read it once, put it back into the plastic wrapping before shipping it to other people that buy it, so I can't do it. And I need to open it to look at the beautiful edition. So let's talk about Horrid. So the original cover has black roses, so it's a little bit darker. And we have this exclusive cover has red roses. With this, it's a spine-chilling elements Horrid totally delivers. Set in a dilapidated New England manor house, this contemporary horror story explores themes of mental illness, rage, and grief. Our signed edition features an exclusive cover and author letter. Turn your dust jacket to the reverse side to see the exclusive artwork. Oh, look at this. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Very hauntingly beautiful. I love it. Isn't it spooky how one window is yellow in this? Oh, this is hauntingly beautiful. Let's read what this is about. Is this grief, mental illness, or something more horrid? There was a little girl who had a little curl right in the middle of her forehead. And when she was good, she was very, very good. And when she was bad, she was horrid. I've never thought about this nursery rhyme, but reading it in this context gives me the chills. Following her father's death, Jane North Robinson and her mom, Ruth Ellen, moved from sunny California to the dreary, dilapidated old house in Maine where Ruth grew up. All they want is a fresh start, but behind North Manor's doors lurks a history that leaves them feeling more alone and more tortured. I don't think this is for me. As the cold New England autumn arrives and Jane settles into her new home, she finds solace in old books and memories of her dad. She steadily begins making friends, but Jane also faces bullying from the resident bad seed and struggles to tamp down her own worst nature in response. Ruth seems to be spiraling with her return to her childhood home, but she won't reveal why. Then Jane discovers that the storage room Ruth has kept locked isn't for storage at all. It's a little girl's bedroom left untouched for years and not quite as empty of inhabitants as it appears. I am having chills reading this, so I'm not a horror book reader, but I think if you're a horror book reader, this might probably sound really exciting right now, but it doesn't to me, so nope. I'll think about it. Maybe I'll give it a try in October and see. Next October is Legends and Lore. That might be more for me. Every October box will include a unique and useful item, so probably a book sleeve created by fabric designer Janine LaCour. I want something with this pink bee design. Look at this. This is beautiful. I like it. Okay. So let's grab some food and then get going. We have a full day ahead. Let's go. So, Thursday's come along. I have had a physically bad week so far. I haven't had such like cramps in forever. I was pretty much knocked out yesterday. Anyways, I hope I get back into reading today. I made good progress on Tuesday, and I want to finish up some things today. Before that, we have mail. First off, we have the Teapro. Teapro is a loose leaf subscription box from the UK. They give you education and then really high quality samples. This month's tea is Oolong, and as you can see, there's origin, why Oolong, the processing, so really good information on it all. Da Hong Pao Oolong, also known as Big Red Rope, is this famous oolong is grown in the Wuyi Mountains and has a sweet aroma and woody flavor with fruity muscatel tones. On this package it says how much to take, what temperature, how long to steep, etc. So this is like complex, robust, mineral roasted nuts. Then we have Angsi Benchan Oolong. Then Lan Gui Ren Oolong, Sweet Orchid Ginseng. That could be good. And the last one is probably my favorite, or it's going to be my favorite one, and that's Jinshuang Milk Oolong from Taiwan, Milky Sweet Floral. How much do I pay for it? I think around 30, between 25 and 30. So it is a little bit on the expensive side if it's only the tea. If there's an added item to it, which I wish there was every month, then it would be really good. But the quality is to me really worth it, and I want to at least have done every single month in the year, so I have the education on all of them, because I do appreciate that a lot. Now the second box is the book hookup. This is from the Strand in New York, a subscription box. In the past, I was able to see what book was the book of the month. Since they have changed some things on their website, I can't see that anymore. So I'm surprised. I'm going to be surprised this time. You can pick your genre. So I had fantasy sci-fi in the past, but that box wasn't really worth it to me. And then I have YA. I think YA is $37.50, and some others are up to $50. You get one recently released book that is a Strand signed first edition. Then you get a second book, and in the YA box, I have always exclusively gotten an arc as the second book, which is one reason why I love getting this. In the fantasy sci-fi one, I think there was never an arc in there. So it's not something that they promise, but in the YA box they have done a lot in the past. So, okay, we have tea in here, which is Japanese sencha, and this looks exactly like the tea box that we got the black tea from Once Upon a Book Club. Then I think this is a little notebook. Oh, this feels really good. Italian journal, handmade in Italy for Cavallini and Co. Yeah, this feels nothing like the cheap notebooks that I usually get in subscription boxes that are usually from Asia. This leather feels amazing, but is this... Yeah, it seems to be leather, so I need to be... you can really see that this is real leather. So I need to see who I can actually... Because I don't need this small notebook, but I need to make sure that I'm not giving this to a vegan. It says Zoetrope All-Story Guest Designer JR. Is that like a graphic novel or something? Oh, I think... Wait, no, what? What exactly is this? This is just... It smells like it's from an art gallery. I don't know if you have that, if you know this like paper print that is... It smells different when it's from like an art gallery, or if it's... I don't know. And this month the book is We Are Not Free. I actually haven't heard about it. The cover looks really interesting. Look at this. This is a beautiful cover. I like this. All around me my friends are talking, joking, laughing. Outside is the camp, the barbed wire, the guard towers, the city, the country that hates us. We're not free, but we're not alone. Following the attack on Pearl Harbor, 14 Japanese American teens find their lives irrevocably changed. Registration, curfew, eviction, incarceration. As World War II roars on around them, these teens must ask themselves what it means to be free Americans when their own country has imprisoned them. 14 teens who have grown up together in Japantown, San Francisco. 14 teens who form a community and a family as interconnected as they are conflicted. 14 teens whose lives are turned upside down when over 100,000 people of Japanese ancestry are removed from their homes and forced into a desolate incarceration camps. This is awesome, and the second book that comes along with it is Interment, which as you can see, there's always a certain topic to the so the second book always matches the first one. This is a nice copy, but this is not an arc. It feels like an arc, which is weird. You know how arcs are a different type of print most of the time, and it sometimes just feels like you have an arc in your hand because it just feels different, and this is exactly what's happening here. I love these two books. I wanted to read this for a while. I have read something in the past by Samira Ahmed and loved it. And yeah, so I just finished The Seven Deaths. Interesting enough, it's called The Seven Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle, and online, and in a few other covers it says The 7.5 Deaths. So what's the title? Is it 7 or 7.5? Anyways, it definitely is an homage to Agatha Christie. I am only giving it a 3 out of 5 stars. I was struggling between 2 and 3 stars. For the first 2/3, this was really gripping me. I wanted to know what's going on. It was a perfect murder mystery with a paranormal aspect of time loop, with in different bodies, and solving a murder just felt interesting. I was confused throughout this book a lot, because I was struggling to keep the timelines straight in my head. I'm struggling to keep the people straight in my head, because of the different perspectives and the different timelines. That got a little bit complicated, but the last third of the book kind of was a letdown for me. I didn't like how this all was resolved. I had some issues in the end with logic, where I was like, nope, 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 error in my head. And it kind of dragged throughout the last 50 to 100 pages, where I felt like we had a big resolution, but because the author wanted a very specific type of ending, he needed to add another layer to it, and that just dragged for me. I honestly don't understand why this has won so many awards. I do not understand why so many people rave about it. It was just confusing, and some of the ending was forced. There were logical errors, and yeah, I don't know. The first 2/3 were really good idea, but the execution just was a little bit too messy for me. So I'm really disappointed, because it was praised so much. So I don't know. I still have to create a book box for this. Probably the hardest book box for me as well, because none of the products that I wanted to pick for Kim were mentioned. Well, wine was mentioned and tea was mentioned, but not enough to pick enough products for her. There wasn't even enough other things that I could use. There were things like a compass, dagger. I don't know. I was just hoping for more items that I could somehow fit into a book. So now I have to go into it, like, I don't know, maybe every new day she gets a snack pack or something. I don't know. I have to get creative, and I don't like it. I'll do that next week. I'm almost done with Heartbreaker. Look at this. It's only like 100 pages, but I need to go to bed. I need to finish this week off. My reading week was really weak, and I hope that I have a few strong days to finish off this month. I'm a little bit disappointed with my reading for the past 2 weeks. I started out so strong, and then I was just such a letdown. In the end, I did read quite a lot in September still. I'm ahead of my Goodreads goal. My Goodreads goal is 120 books this year, so no harm done really, but still there's so many books that I wanted to complete, that I was looking forward to reading. It's not about the numbers, it's about the experience of I'm so eager to get into these stories and finish these stories. The best example is this book. I have been so eager and so hyped to read this book, to finish this book, and then I stopped on page 150, and other things just took priority, and I still want to get back into that feeling, and I love it, and the reading experience was so much fun. I just didn't. So I just need to take the time and do it. So I'll finish this Monday morning, and then I'll go back into Die Schöpfer der Wolken, and I'll have to make a decision about what else to actually finish this month. I started making my TBR for October. These are some of the books that are going to be on my TBR for October. And here are the books that are still on my September TBR. So I'm not going to read this. I really want to read this. I need to read this. I really want to read this because it's a library book. And I finally want to read this. This has been on my TBR so many times. So I have these 4 books that I'm still hoping to finish in 3 days and die Schöpfer der Wolken. Yeah, that's not gonna happen, but let's see how far I can get. The others. Sorry. All right, this is it for this week. I hope you liked what you saw. Like my messy hair, which I washed yesterday and is looking like shit. I washed it last night and I think I might not have rinsed it properly because it looks like crap. But you didn't get distracted by that, so congratulations. Anyways, I hope to see you again real soon. Bye!